Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing good today. It is hump day. Hump day. Middle of the week, and I am excited to be in the middle of the week. We have so many things that have been going on that just things just don't seem to get any easier for people nowadays. Um, we've been having this problem with this whole healthcare issue, government shutdown, police officers. We don't know where they stand with it. Do they stand with us, the law-abiding citizens, or do they want to just uh, keep defending criminals? Craig, Mississippi. Good morning. Good morning. Omar. Good morning. I missed that, man. There's so many attacks in Chicago. Which one? Because I'm not sure which attack we're talking about. What I've been looking into, Cray, has been more on this chief of police of Illinois, um, of Chicago, Illinois, talking about the car ramming. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't really pay much attention to it. The last I heard was somebody had maybe have stolen the car. I haven't heard anything yet about the findings of that. Um, it's one of those things to where like, okay, do I want to pay attention to that, or do I keep looking into what I'm looking into? And the whole situation with ICE is what I've been looking more into. Um, I do know this, that out of every single video that I see, from violent protesters, um, I'm actually a little bit disappointed in some of the way that the police acts, because it seems like they're just working against us, the American citizens. I honestly see that, and it saddens me. But we're gonna have good people and bad people. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the one, Craig. Yeah. Morning, Aussie. What's going on, brother? We've been talking about in our lives, right? We've been talking about these antifas in Portland, and people don't want to believe that anything is going on in Portland. They don't want to listen to the people complaining. This is not President Donald Trump trying to do something against American citizens. I'm kind of sick and tired of listening to these little fake stories about how President Trump is doing war against American citizens, and it just, I don't know. I don't understand why they think that way. Like, we the people are asking for help, right? We are the ones that are worried that our cities are not safe. That we are worried that the government, right, our local government, is taking advantage of us. They're not protecting us. They're not looking after us. They obviously don't care about our economy. They have all these failed policies, and the economy in our state is really bad, and they blame Donald Trump for that. I just thought, I don't play that. I hate playing the victim card. Like, I understand, if we want to point out some of the things that we're going through or things that are bothering us, but never play the victim card. Like, you have to be held accountable. You got to be able to say, you know what, I've tried this, I've done this, and I'm just going to move forward. It doesn't matter if I failed or not. I'm going to get back up and work harder. Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Tanya and Marvin. I see you. God bless you guys. Thanks for joining. Appreciate the company. Um, I'm a little disappointed, and you're starting to see that there is actually a trend of this kind of stuff. Because if you look in Oregon, for example, you know, ICE agents are standing there by themselves, obviously protecting the federal building, right? And then you have Antifa protesters. Of course, it's always Antifa, right? Antifa goes in there, and they go in and they start yelling and insulting. Now, I don't know about you, but I believe when you do a protest, You sit out with your signs. There's a reason why you're making signs. The reason why you make signs is because you don't want to be yelling out there all day, right? That's one of the reasons why you make signs. And the sign is big and people can read it. And you're really promoting in your protest, you're promoting your view. Whatever it is that is bothering you, you make a sign and that's how you protest. But these guys don't do that. These guys actually, they actually, I don't care. Okay, listen, Lilith, I don't care what Antifa stands for. I know what it stands for. I know Antifa is an organized group. I don't care what anybody else says. It's not an idea. These guys are going out there carrying rifles. They're out there beating up innocent people. They're out there instigating violence against our ICE agents. I don't care what the protest is. The point is, if you're going to protest something, number one, you cannot be impeding traffic. That is the one thing. You cannot be impeding traffic. Danny, please don't offend my intelligence. They get together. I don't understand what do you think organized is? What do you think that is? Organized. We group together. We have meetings. We do activities that's organized. Do you guys know what organized means? It's not just some people be like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go over here and join this protest. I am Antifa. No, there is no such thing. I cannot go into a protest and say, hey, I'm Antifa. No, that's not how it works. You got to dress like them. You got to act like them. You got to do drugs like them. You got to believe what they believe. It's not an idea. It's not an idea. I am sorry. I've been looking at these mofos since they were born. They're not an idea. These guys are troublemakers, period. They think they are fighting a good cause by breaking the laws and yet themselves putting innocent people in danger. They are worse than what they are fighting for. With that being said, you go out and protest. You have a sign. You stay on your sidewalk. You make your point. That's a protest. But these guys' intelligence is so under dinosaurs. You know, they think that we are stupid. They think that we are not going to say anything about it. Now, let me tell you something. If you come and I come into your face and you tell me, hey, don't touch me. And I was like, okay. And I keep getting closer to you and getting closer to you. What does that tell you instantly? What does that tell you? And now I want you to think for yourselves. What does it tell you if you tell somebody, don't touch me? These Antifa guys are so stupid. They put their hands to the side and their chest out, and they keep getting towards you, and they're pushing you with their chest, putting their hands behind like that's any different. No, you're touching me. Don't touch me. Respect other people. You want respect, you got to give respect. That's what I'm talking about. You want to protest, there's your signs. Good morning, Cool Cat. I see you, baby. Good morning. Yeah, sure. Here's the thing, Bama. There, when I call people stupid or ignorant under dinosaur level intelligence, it's not really just that they are dumb, right? Knowing things does not make you smart. For me, just because I know maybe some things, right? I know some things more than other people. That doesn't make me smart. See, there's a different level of smart. There's geniuses out there. There's smart people. They're very good with money. They know how to do this. They know how to do that. They know the ins and outs about something. That's not these guys. These guys only know the ins, and they think that they're smart because they know the ins, but they don't know the outs. Now, there's a difference between being smart. If you think somebody's smart, they're not wise. Now, you can be smart and not wise. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So if Lilith, you know, common sense sort of thing, uh, you know, makes sense to her, that's okay. But what does that tell you when people come in here and start cussing or saying bad things about me? Hey, you know what? You're right. We don't want to wear this Chinese hat. We got to get the American hat on. You're right, bro. Let's just go American all the way. This hat was made in China, but I like the color and I pay for it, so I'm not gonna throw it away. We're not stupid like that. But you're right. Let's go with the white. I think the white looks better anyway. Thank you for the suggestion there, bro. I appreciate it. Uh, Anyways, going back to protest. If you guys want to be wise, if you want to be smart about what you are doing, now, hey, listen. Um, Here's another hat made in the USA. Listen, I don't care if China makes it. I don't care if Indonesia makes it. I don't care if products come from China. One way or another, we benefit. The problem that I have with people, it's when they don't support tariffs. You see, we can buy things. I'm not a boycotter as some of you fools out there are. Um, I believe that you can do business with people as long as it's honest business. But I also believe that trading needs to be fair. So there you go, bro. If the Chinese stuff bother you, well, now you have an explanation of why. All right, Danny boy. All right. Now stay quiet, okay? Be a good boy and listen. Protesters that go out there to instigate violence, to provoke a reaction, you're going to get that reaction. And then you start crying. I see this Antifa guys all the time. All the time. There is law-abiding Americans protesting on the street. Now, they're protesting protesters, and this is probably why they don't like it. They're out there peacefully with their signs. That's a protest. Anybody can do whatever. You're right. Here, Lily, let me read your comment, Lily. It seems like you need something here today. Let's see. It's a free country. We don't have to be quiet, remember? In my channel, you do. How about you show us how to be quiet? How about no? When you're in my house, you respect the rules of my house. If you don't like it, get the hell out. It is the same advice that I would give anybody. If you hate this country, if you don't want to fight for it, if you don't love it, if you don't respect the people in it, if you don't follow the law, if you don't respect authority, then get the hell out of our country. We don't need garbage in our country. Antifa is probably one of the most retarded groups out there. BLM is a bad group. It's a racist group. But Antifa is the dumbest mofos out there. And the reason for that is because they are, besides their little drug addictions that they feel is fun, and going out there and, yeah, I know. A lot of people know. I know a lot of people know. And I'm not going to back down from that because you know what? The same people in here telling me that I can't say those things are the ones cussing us out every single day. And we're sick and tired of that bull crap. You didn't get disciplined. You didn't get spanked when you were a kid. Well, guess what? The street is free for everybody. If you guys want respect, you better give respect. You making little sandwiches for the homeless doesn't mean jack squat when you are peeing all over American citizens. You think that because you're broke, because you're a lowlife, because you're irresponsible, can't hold a job, doesn't know how to follow rules, you think that you are entitled to go and talk smack to authority, to be rebellious towards our policing, our federal ICE agents who are upholding the law? You, the same people that want to go out there and curse people and say you got your freedom of speech are the same ones that are telling us how to talk? I don't think so. I don't think so. I hear what you say. I hear what you say. I hear what gangbangers say. In Chicago specifically. Oh, yeah, you're going to bring the National Guard? These fools don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, they have another thing coming. We're going to blah, blah, blah. Criminals. We do not defend criminals. Man, this hat is not straight on. Got to fix this on. Got to make it look good. We got to make America great again. Why is it that every time Antifa goes and protest, they automatically go in there with the gas masks? Gas masks. They cover their face. And yet they tell ICE, take your mask off. What's your name? I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Take your mask off. What's your name? And they're over there incognito. What's your name? I'm not going to tell you. Well, take your mask off. I'm not taking my mask off. You see the hypocrisy that people like Lilith defend? Lilith, what a name. I know a Lilith, but she was a sweet girl. Very sweet. This one in here, I don't know. I don't know about it. I'm trying to give them benefit of doubt, but man, they're not helping themselves. And when you see protesters, real protesters, you don't see them put them helmets on because they're not going with the intention of committing violence. You don't see them dressing all in black and sort of fake combat gear like there's some sort of soldiers. Please. I seen you a bunch of whiners in Seattle. I see you crying, yelling at your top of your lungs because you can't stand the truth. You can't stand to be around good. All you want is chaos, destruction. You remind me of those punk rockers from the 80s. You want to live like a bad boy. You want to live in freedom, you say. But you want to live in criminal freedom. And that's not going to work. That's not what this country stands for. I love America. And I feel that because I love America, it is my duty to speak the truth. Now, you can say things like I'm dividing, I'm hateful. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. Because I know I'm not. You see, one thing I've learned in life, I used to get bullied and picked on all the time. I have transformed those lives by giving them some love right back. I have stopped bullies from being bullies. And they're actually good people now. So for you that want to act a fool, you will be treated like a fool. As they say, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I was watching this documentary on Antifa, and their logic, it's so wow, it's so amazing. The guy is walking around with the camera, talking with this Antifa sort of I don't want to say leaders, but somebody that's in the life of Antifa. The idea. Good morning, man. How are you, brother? God bless you. We're giving some love to the Antifa people. They're in here, by the way. They're in here. They're watching and they're going through the town at night, always at night, because we already know that evil likes darkness, right? So it's always at night. And so they're watching, they're going with the camera, and there's a girl like just in front of them and throws a brick at a business window. And the guy with the camera doing the documentary says to the Antifa guys, hey, are you going to do anything about it? She's like, no. They can do whatever they want. You see, we cannot tell them not to do that because they got to have a reason for it. And if we stop them from doing that because they have a reason, then we can't do anything ourselves. That is the logic. There is no, hey, 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 listen, we're going to protest. We don't destroy businesses. We don't commit riots. We don't do violence. They don't stand for that. They say they're anti-fascist, and yet they are the fascist. They say we are a trouble or a we're destroying democracy, and yet they are destroying democracy. They call those racists, and they go around hating everybody. They go around telling everybody they're Nazis. This is what they live for. All police are Nazis, racist pigs. Matter of fact, here, I got some words that they love to use. Of course, I'm not going to pronounce them all the way. But this is the loving words, the loving words that Antifa likes to yell out to law-abiding citizens and to the police that now have given up on protecting us. Here we go. F you. Okay, everybody, I guess, can use that. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. This is my favorite line right here. And I love it when they tell me to go get a job. Here we go. This is what they say. Get a real job, as they're out there protesting, sleeping in the morning all day so that they can have energy to go out there and be jackasses in the middle of the night, destroying businesses and causing violence and havoc. Okay? These are the guys that said, get a real job. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't know how much Soros is paying you, or the lunatic Democrats on the left are paying you, but that's not a real job. You're a criminal. Stop acting like a criminal. They always say, shame. They yell at ICE, shame, shame, shame. I'm like, you are shame. You are the garbage, the scum of the United States of America. How does it feel to be scum? I don't know. I don't understand. Shame, they say to the ICE agents, when the ICE agents are following federal law, which law-abiding Americans love to see. We voted for this. We voted for illegal immigrants to get deported. Period. And he's doing what we put him in office to do. Now, who's destroying democracy again? He was voted in, legitimate president. He's your president, and you're being disrespectful to him. Here's another word. Cowards. Cowards, really? If they wanted to, those ICE agents can just come out and take every single one of you losers off this earth. Every single one of you. But they're law-abiding. They know that's not the way. So they got to restrain themselves. Here's another one. Effing racist pigs. Right. Because they know that they're all racist, right? You know what that makes you when you say that? You are a racist. That makes you a racist. This is the meaning of hypocrisy. You're an effing waste. Nazis. There was even some people out there even saying, shoot them mofos. Shoot ICE. And then confronted, hey, why would you say shoot ICE? Oh, no, I consider myself an non-armed combatant. We will never say that. And they were just caught in camera saying it. Hypocrites. Hypocrites. These are the words that American haters use towards us nowadays. BLM is a Antrifia. I get it, bro. I get it. Yeah, exactly, Ozzy. No, the word is Antrifia. Lilith, you wish Mexico had me. That would be such a better country with me. They chant, I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. And then they just lost. These guys are so smart. These guys are so smart. They get in front of a Suburban and they're trying to stop the Suburban. Let me tell you something. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. What in their brain tells them? I'm going to get in front of this car. There's a few tons. I'm going to get in front of this car and I'm going to stop it. Guys, come on. 10 of you, come over here. Get in the front and let's stop this car. Good morning, legend. Thank you for joining. Riker, make America native again. Hey, we are still native in America. Don't you worry about that. As a matter of fact, America is a better place because we do still have natives. And if it wasn't for the way that our country turned out to be, there would be no Native Americans. So I am proud to be in this country because you know what? The conversations that we have here in Washington with other Native Americans, it's that, you know what? The natives have reservations, beautiful forest. They have great land. They got beachfront property. They are protected. They get money every month, free money every month. They get a lot of benefits by being Native Americans in this country. A lot of things that most people don't get, Native Americans actually get. And what is the one thing that we talk about amongst our Native Americans? We talk about, hey, let's get education. Let's not be giving ourselves to alcohol. Stop being drunkards. Stop doing drugs. Love your children. Put them in school. Get them education. This is the things that we talk about amongst Native Americans here in Washington State. And the land is beautiful. Anybody that has been to Washington State will agree with me that this land is beautiful and that Native Americans are protected. So don't worry about that. We don't want to go back to our native times because we were killing each other. You want to choose one way of government over the other, but what you should be thinking about is how can I change myself so that I may be a difference to my people? I'm telling you, I don't have the 2028, Kyle. You know, you guys on the left that you are in here, stop sending shit to Gavin Newsom. Send that over to me. I'll give you my P.O. box. I'll take all the merch from Donald Trump that you guys want to send to Gavin Newsom. Send it to me, will you? I will actually wear it and put it to good use. Hey, speaking of, let's change the gears here a little bit. I already had enough on Antifa. You guys already know the right way to protest. Quiet. You can chant. Keep your distance. Stop getting on people's face. That just makes you get smacked. I know you're trying to catch the ICE agents and police on the moment of violence, arresting and beating somebody up. We know your foolish games, and we don't buy it. Now, we'll get back to the police stuff. But for now, I want to say I had a conversation with a young man. He's in his mid-20s. And he was telling me, now he's going through some hard times. He is a hard worker. He's got a full-time. He's pushing himself out there to get ahead in this world. Now he's fighting against all odds, so to speak. And he was telling me that President Donald Trump, it's his hero, his role model. And what was amazing for me is hearing him say the reason why is because he's successful. He's a millionaire. But more importantly, what got my attention was that President Trump has been attacked daily, hated daily, names thrown on him daily. Daily. He has to get up and still have the will to try to serve this country. When just about less than half of the country is hating this man, he still gets up there and he goes and tries to do a good job for the United States of America and all of its people, including the horrible ones that come into my chat sometimes. That was amazing. And I think the young man is going to be, he's in a great place and he's going to be successful. I mentioned before The reason why I love President Donald Trump is actually for the same thing. Here I am, a migrant that followed the law all the way and became an American citizen. I love the United States so much. I am grateful for the opportunities that it produces for all of us. This is the land of my children, 7 of them. This is the land for their future. And I got to teach them to respect it, to honor it, and work hard to save it. With that being said, I've been called all those words that I just gave you. And what is my sin? I love America. That's my sin. I love America. So I'm a sellout. I should get ICE deporting me. I should go through all this punishment because I love America. And you know what? That is exactly why I love President Donald Trump, because I know what it feels like to love this country and be hated for it. It's very ironic to me to even think about it, because there's a lot of people that say they hate this country, and yet they are willing to break the law and do whatever it takes to be in here. And they don't care if they go to jail. Good morning, Omar. Lilith, and anybody else out there that has been brainwashed by the left. Citizens cannot be deported. Citizens can be arrested. If you commit a crime, you should be in jail. Don't commit the crime if you're not willing to do the time. That's an old saying. An old saying. Now, for those of you who wants to mention Mexico to me, how many of you think that Mexico is a lot better than the United States of America? I'm going to wait for this answer. I'm going to wait for this guy. Hunter Biden. Hey, good morning, buddy. Thanks for joining. Citizens do not get deported, Winter. That's not true. Let's see. Come on. Who thinks Mexico is better than the United States of America? I want to see it. I want to see it. Lilith, you should be the first one. Go ahead. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I said no. Yeah, Trump does love us. We know it, Omar. No one thinks Mexico is better. 100%. It looks like it. I don't know. This guy's in here saying that I should go back to Mexico. Let's see. Valley says, I love Mexico, but even Mexico knows we got it better on this side. Valley Zoo speaking facts. Speaking facts. I want to see this Antifa guys in here. Tell me that Mexico's better. Come on, guys. You can do it. Come on. Don't be afraid. What do you guys like to say? Cowards! Shame! Come on, baby. Come on. Let me hear you. Come on. Get in here and be courageous. Freedom of speech. Don't worry. Come on. I know Mexico better than you, but come on. I want you to tell me that Mexico is better than the United States of America. Let's go. Adrian, you can say whatever you want. Thank you for doubting. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, guys, I'm going to take that time. Brian, see, this is what you did, Brian. You just reminded me. I was just thinking today before this live that we're at 7,400, I think, subscribers, right? With like in 3 months, guys. It touches my heart to know that there is. And who knows? Maybe some of those subscribers are Antifa guys. They're just trying to follow me because they like to fight me. But that it makes me feel that there's a lot of American patriots out there, and it just proves every day. It proves that there is a lot of great American people out there. As you guys see my numbers grow from subscribers, you see others that do the same thing that I do and a better job than me. Of course, they're smarter than me. They know how to use software better. They know how to promote, everything. They do everything better than I do. And you see their numbers grow so big. Now, some of them do it for fame. I don't care about fame, but I do care that a lot of Americans prove the point every single day that not everybody is a fascist like Antifa is. That there's a lot more American patriots that have common sense, that are willing to fight for the truth and for this country. So I want to say thank you guys for that. Thank you for giving my videos some likes. Not everybody does, but I will say, please, if you are watching this video right now, even if you're gonna go to work and you're gonna be off in 5 minutes and you're just gonna stop by, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up on the video, will you? I'll appreciate that. I ask nothing more from you, and I thank you for that in advance. But I will tell you, it was giving me comfort to know that there's a lot of American patriots out there that surpass the negativity of some of the people that come into our chat, but not just the chat, but they're out there causing problems in our beautiful United States of America. So, for all you Hispanics that have come to this country, if you were illegal, so what? You are now legal. What I ask of you is that you fight to make sure illegal immigrants don't come to this country. Why is that important? It is very important because you may have been illegal and you know that you're a good person, but how do you know the other neighbor? What is the one thing that we hear the most all the time here in America? Oh, but he was such a nice kid. He would have never done that, and he just took out like 10 people. It doesn't matter. Legal migration is a great thing for the United States of America because people get vetted. People get criminal checks. They get all that stuff, and then we know who's coming here. And unfortunately, we have too many illegal and ignorant Hispanics that are in this country that believe that, I ain't no snitch. The dumbest freaking thing that gangbangers have taught society. And a lot of kids grow up thinking that that's okay. No. If you see something wrong being done to somebody else, you need to report it. None of this, I don't snitch. You're an idiot if you believe that. That is a good way to live. If there is crime, you report it. What is the excuse for the left to support illegal immigrants? Oh, well, illegal immigrants, they shouldn't be raided. They shouldn't be deported. You know why? Because when there is a crime in the Hispanic community, they don't want to speak out because they're illegal. My point exactly. If they were legal, they would report the crime. But because they are illegal, they got to go as well. Now, I will say this to all my American patriots. The one thing that does sadden me deeply, and I mentioned this maybe once before, it's going to the schools and there's just hundreds and hundreds of Hispanic kids. I'm not going to tell you they're all illegal. And maybe, just maybe half of those are anchor babies. We don't know. But somebody mentioned this to me before, so I'm addressing it. If you guys want to know my address is 12 around the corner and up your A's. It saddens me that I see these children that get free food from school. Number one, they get free schooling. The numbers overwhelm the teachers. I'm giving you the sad part of it. They don't get a good education. There's too many. There's too many. But it makes me sad because children are innocent. And children, of course, they should be with their parents. So if the parents get deported, I think the children should go with them. And I think that there is a better and more valuable lesson that parents can teach their children. And that is family is more important than anything else. And above that, God is everything. I know you feel sad. You feel sad about these children in Mexico out there selling candies. That's the parents' fault. That's the parents' fault. And if they're Mexicans, it is the Mexican government's responsibility to take care of them, not the United States of America. See, we're not a dumpster where you can just throw everything from your country that you don't want. It's sad. I'm telling you, it makes me sad. But at the same time, let's be realistic. Our children, whether you like it or not, our children are more important than somebody else's children. And you can take that to the bank and you cannot argue with me about that. Because if I come into your house and I tell you, hey, my children are more important than yours, you're going to get mad. You're going to get mad. So let's be realistic. Truth hurts. It makes you uncomfortable, but it has to be said. And I will keep speaking the truth. You don't know my life. And my wife and my two children, we have been to just a blink of an eye from being homeless. We couldn't. We didn't get no food stamps because we made just enough, like over $200 at some point. We made just over $200, and we didn't qualify for medical or food stamps. By $200, we couldn't qualify, and we're all American citizens. And you have illegal immigrants coming in here, working under the table, sending their money back to their country. They're not paying taxes. Some pay taxes, and you think, whoa, they're paying taxes. Wait a minute, how are they working? You got to be legal. You got to have a work permit. So how are they working? Are they taking somebody else's business away? Are they taking somebody else's work away? Yeah. It's not being a hypocrite. It's not being a hater. It's not that. Oh, look at that. I saw most of my Antifa lovers are left. That's great. Zoran Mondani. Yeah, I can't wait for him to win in New York. Watch what happens in the next 5-10 years with that moron on there. You guys will suffer. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't want to learn, that's fine. I told people, I've seen this happen in Cuba, I've seen it happen in Venezuela, I've seen it happen in many countries. And I told people, especially Mexicans, I said, if you allow a mass migration to happen to the United States of America, or to any country for that matter, your cost of living goes up very rapidly. You remember when you used to get $1 raise at work, and that was just enough to keep up with inflation? Well, now that dollar a raise in your job means jack squat, because your rent is being increased by more than 15%. And now that they increase property taxes, now they got to pay even more. And now that you have illegal immigrants in here all over the country, around 21 million was the number. It's gone down now because a lot of them have self-deported. You have to understand something. Inflation is a thing that's going to happen every year. I get it. But listen. Pay attention. This is why you're losing. Pay attention. Every country's economy, it's made to have some inflation. We get that. But when you have a mass migration, you alter the environment. You alter the rules. You see that they make freeways because population is going to grow about this much in the next 10 years. And so they make programs that will give them time to be able to fix something within 10 years. But what happens when you have a mass migration? You just cut that 10 years into months, and there is no way for the economy to recover from that. You don't understand. You don't understand. It inflation happens. But when you have a mass migration, which is, by the way, the reason why we want legal migration is because there is a limit number of what we are allowing to have here to allow our economy, to allow housing to catch up, to allow all the things to keep up with inflation at a control rate. Are you listening? Are you listening? Mexico didn't, but are you listening? They don't want to build housing here anymore. Prices have gone through the roof. Democrat politicians, governors, senators, they're failing our cities, our states. And the only thing that they can hold on to is the ignorance of the people that have the hate for President Donald Trump, and that's all they got. That's all they got. So I'm telling you, hopefully most of you patriots are actually here, and you guys actually listen. The rest of these people that don't want to hear the truth, they can go, and that's fine. But when you have too many people, housing is not enough because the high demand, pricing on rents will go up, skyrocket. Now, I know inflation goes up, but think about this. We are making way more money than what we were making in the 90s. And this is the illusion. Oh, this country's great. Oh, yeah, you can make $3,000 a month and everything is great. That's not even close. Not for families. For a single person, maybe. But I remember in the 90s, 95, 96, I remember I was making about $850 a month. And I was able to pay my rent. I was able to pay for my phone. No cell phone, just we didn't have cell phones back then. It was hell expensive. Couldn't afford it. Now we have people on welfare with smartphones, iPhones. We're not talking about the cheap little flip phones to make phone calls. No. These guys have $1,500 iPhone on their hand, and yet they are living off food stamps, right? Yeah. $850 a month. Can you believe that? That was some amazing time. Now, I tell you that because what? So now that $850, maybe to you, it has become $4,000 a month. But how much was my rent in the 90s? Oh, $350, $375 for a one bedroom. Now for a one bedroom, you're looking at $2,100. So they say, oh, you're making a lot more money, so you should be happy. No, we're not happy. Because as I mentioned before, you can get a dollar raise at work. And that would have been great back then. Gonky, 100%. 100%. And the reason is, it's not because immigration. It's not because people are coming to this country. It's because of massive migration occurred. That's why. That's why the economy is failing. You think that's bull crap. That's not true. Illegal immigrants are paying so many taxes. They're working so much and they're bringing money to the economy. No. Most of their money is going back to their country. Most of the money is not spent here. Most of this money goes to their country. That is correct, Brian. That is correct. And now these people, I know of some of the Hispanic people in here. They get mad at me for saying this because I am Hispanic. And number one, they can insult me because I am Hispanic. Independent 50 says, I'm sorry, sir. You are well, number one, you can't spell, but I get what you're saying. You are an idiot. I am a fool. Freedom ain't free. True. Very true. That's right. Thank you, man. Dennis is a great American. You hear that? Illegal immigrants eat your heart out. If you're in this country, you should fight for this country. And listen, I'm going to give you some advice. And tell your friends, tell your homies, tell your vatos. Hey, Ronald, tell your homies and your vatos this. If you are in this country illegally, sooner or later, you will get your ass deported. Okay? That's a promise. Number two, tell your homies and your vatos out there that if they are illegal in this country, to keep their mouth shut. The freedom of speech does not belong to them. The Constitution is not for them. And so tell them to hang down, down low. Just, live in the shadows. And when you see somebody saying something nice about the United States of America, tell them, hey, you're right. God bless the USA, SA. Right? Tell them to do that. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe they might just get some papers. Maybe. So tell all your vatos and your homies, okay? You make sure everybody knows what's going on. It's good advice. Take it. You want me to remind you again. If you're in this country illegally, it is most of certain that you will get deported. But if you are illegal in this country, keep your mouth shut. When somebody talks smack about the United States of America, you said, hey, you have some respect, huh? Respect America. This is the country where you live. This is a country that provides for you and your family. You got to tell it like it is, homie. That's some good advice, my friend. That's some good advice. And when you say that, when you see the police, how you doing, sir? God bless you, sir. Play it off, man. Play it off. That I know are actually great people that are, some of them are actually in the process of getting paid. So I guess, one way, right? Yeah, Omar says I talked to them. So I'm not just for, let's go ahead and, you know what? I bet you if we go to any school here in Washington, that we get hundreds of illegal children deported from this country. But that's not what we want. That's not what we do. But what we do want to do is send a message out to the world. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the loves. What we do want to do is send a message out to the world that you are not going to come here illegally. We will deal with the illegals that we have in this country. Somebody over here jamming my signal already, huh? I see that. Eric says freedom is not free, and I agree. Joe Bohurt. Is that like Joe Dirt? Jeffrey and Donald forever. Lime, you're being sarcastic now. I know. I see you. All right, man. Thank you, brother. You have a wonderful day at work, man. You have a good one. We'll see you tonight, maybe. God bless you. Yeah. And Brian says, my son has married a good woman from Portugal. She's doing it the right way, going through the legal process. Man, that's what I want. I want everybody to do the migration to this country legally. Fight the power. You need the freedom. Eric, you're right, man. We have to save the children. Self-deport app available on Android and iOS. Cool Cat says, please tell your family, friends, and loved ones. Jolene, the dentist. You guys don't know what he's trying to say. I know what he's trying to say, but that's not what that means. Oh man, this is why I love my elder Hispanic citizens. He said, he said, Jolene the dentist. Just so you guys know what he's trying to say is he's trying to say, tell your families and friends to join the Dennis show. He's saying to join Dennis, the Dennis show, not Jolene the dentist. I know because he said that before. That's how I know. Oh man, look at that. First, Donald J. 6 Trump. I don't know what 6 stands for, but I know the F is for first. First Donald Trump. First Donald Trump. Oh, hey, guess what, guys? There's gonna be some. Man, I got tears in my eyes. Cool cat, man. Much love to you, sir. Much love to you, sir. Omar, don't worry about that. We love our president, and he's doing a great job. And hopefully, we can get another President Trump on JD Vance. That'd be awesome to have. So, to all my American patriots out there, I understand you guys are busy, got a life going on. There's a lot of other shows going on, and I want to say for you guys that actually stuck with me this long, thank you so much for your support. I will actually, I have a live coming up at 5, but as I get information in here, I may just do an extra live today. Who knows? We'll see after I go to the gym and try to lose some of these fatties off of me. We'll see how I feel about it. But we'll definitely gonna try to hit some points today about healthcare this afternoon. I don't know everything about my healthcare. I do know some things, and I'm going to talk about what I know. But I do want to fish. I want to finish this morning with saying that we need to support our police officers. We need to you patriots out there that know what we want in this country. You need to support ISIS. I mean, ICE, not ISIS. That's a terrorist group. We don't want that. You see, you guys are making me put all that bad stuff in there. But we need to support ICE agents. And you know, I will say to anybody doing any violence towards our police or anybody that wants to protest with violence, I will just say, just stop it. Seek some help. Guys, if you've been watching this long, thank you so much. Love you guys. And I say, even to those brothers, we love you guys as well. Hopefully, you guys get some truth and some knowledge here so that you guys can have and live a better life. Stop the illegal aliens from taking American medical benefits. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Just another weasel with BS words, says Cheyenne. Cheyenne Moriarty. Love you too, Brian. Thank you so much, guys. Much love. God bless you. God bless the USA. And I will see you guys tonight at 5, somewhere around 5. I do that live, and I got to take care of my wife and my kids. But most likely at 5. We'll see you guys then. You guys take care.